right, let's go on now to example B. I'm going to do another one when a is equal to 1. And notice that the examples that I'm showing you are in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. Where in this specific example, our a is 1, our b is 8, and our c is 10. Okay? So let's go ahead and go through the steps to solve by completing the square. Okay, so step number 1, write the squared term as a equals 1. Well, if you look at our problem that's already given to us, our a term right here is already 1. So this a right here is actually already a 1. So step 1 is already done for us. We will be doing examples when step 1 needs to have some work done. But in this case, it's already done. Bing! Step number 2, write the equation so it looks like this. And what I want you to notice is that the x squared and the x term are on the same side. They're on the left side of the equation. And the c term is on the right side. Okay, so let's leave the x squared and the 8x term there. But I'm going to move this 10 and I'm going to move it on the right side. So I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. Okay, so I can get rid of that right there. So that means I have x squared plus 8x equals a negative 10. All right, so that right there will complete step number 2. Bing! All right, step number 3 now is we're going to take our b term. Okay, remember our b term is the term next to x. So divide b in half and square it. All right, so let's take our little b term, which is 8. Let's cut it in half, which is by dividing by 2. 4, and then we're going to square it. So square the 4 and we get 16. Cool. So that takes care of step number 3. Bing! Now that we have our special number, we're going to add the special number to both sides of our equation. All right, so x squared plus 8x. We're going to add 16 to the left side, and then we're going to add 16 to the right side. All right, so I'll go and highlight those right there. So we added 16 on the left, and we added 16 on the right. Okay, and that would take care of step number 4. Bing! Step number 5. We're going to factor the left side. And factoring the left side, there's a really, really cool shortcut. And I just did it right now. Let me explain how you get that very, 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 very quickly. This is exactly how you do it, okay? All you do is you divide this 8 by 2. You divide this 8 by 2, and I get 4. And this sign right here is always going to be the same sign as that 8. So that's why it's going to be x plus 8, quantity squared. Okay? That's the shortcut of doing that, and you probably want to use that shortcut because what happens is later on we're going to do examples when this number or when our factor is going to be decimals or fractions, right? And trying to factor that's going to be really hairy, so just use the shortcut and it always works, okay? So divide 8 by 2, and then so it says factor the left side and then simplify the right side. So negative 10 plus 16 is just 6, all right? And that takes care of step 5. Bing! And step number 6 now to solve the equation. Cool, so let's get rid of the square by taking the square root of both sides. The square crosses out with the square root. So I have x plus 4 equals plus or minus 6, right? Because we can't simplify the radical 6. And then we just subtract 4 from both sides, and we get x equals negative 4 plus or minus radical 6. And that would be it for that dude.